Okay, so let's just take a quick look and go through these. Oh, sorry, I'm just realizing I don't have my overhead lights turned on, but I think you can see well enough. So I'm not gonna look at every single one, but we'll look at a couple just to make sure we're on the right track. So let's start out with number one, right? The first thing we wanna do is factor it completely. So we'll look for a GCF. It has a GCF of 2. Okay, then we're gonna look inside the parentheses. So inside the parentheses, we have 3 terms, which means it's a trinomial. Well, we're gonna check for a trinomial. So 1 times 10 is 10. 1 and 10, 2 and 5, nothing else. 2 and 5 are what adds up to 7, so we'll get 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 5. So if we go through and we pick what will work, A is not an option because it's missing the 2 out in front. We know that D is an option because D looks exactly like what we have. We know that C is an option because it's what we had when we factored out the GCF. Okay, so if we're looking to decide if this will work, this is the 2 distributed in here, which gives us a 2x plus 4, and so option B will work as well. Let's jump down and look at number 5. Okay, so number 5, if we look at that, we're gonna factor out a GCF first. So this has a GCF of 2x. Okay, then we'll look in the parentheses. 3 terms, so we'll see if we can do this as a trinomial. So 1 times 6 is 6. So we'll have 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Right, we have to pick 2 and 3. If we pick 1 and 6, one of those would have to be negative, and while that will add up to 5, it won't multiply to positive 6. So we'll get a 2x times an x plus 2 times an x plus 3. Okay, so if we look at our options, we know that A is an option because it's what we got when we factored out the GCF. B is not an option because it's it's missing the factor of the 2x out in front. C is an option because that's what we have down here. D is not an option because it looks like this piece here, but it's missing the 2x out in front. So while it has a factor, it isn't equivalent. Okay, let's take a look at 6. Okay, if we factor out a GCF, if we look inside the parentheses, okay, we have a special case. This will be a 6 times an x minus 2 times an x plus 2. Can't go any further here. So if we start going down the list, let's see, the x minus 2 and x plus 2, but it's missing the 6, so it can't be A. It can be B because that's our piece right here. C, right, we have a 6x minus 12, so that's this binomial with the 6 distributed, and then our other factor of x plus 2. D has our x squared minus 4, but not the 6 in front, so that's not an option. Okay, so that just leaves 3 others that you have to do on your own. We'll go over those tomorrow in class.